And we're live. Looks like we're live early. I'm a little early. I'm about 2 minutes early. Well, actually, 1 minute early. So, if for any of you guys on the replay, just bear with me here as we will start about 1 minute. Once again, I'll kind of give an introduction to myself. I do this throughout the show, so don't worry if you miss it. Once again, I'm Dagon. You can always find me at Dagon on the Twitters at Dagon 238, and then of course, if you found me here on YouTube, it's just Dagon on YouTube. So, thanks for coming to Thursday. It's a Thursday somewhere for me. It's Thursday about 3:59. 4 o'clock, 1600 is going to roll around here pretty soon. But I know on the West Coast it's about 7 o'clock, and on then on in there in England another couple hours after that. So we used to work on. I just a quick story. We used to work on what was called Zulu time, which is Greenwich Mean Time, when I was in Afghanistan. So that way, people in the West Coast where our base was, and people at the main base and then we're at, we would be all in the same time zones. So if something was going to happen at, let's say, like 3 o'clock, it would be 3 o'clock a Zulu time, which would be like 3 o'clock or 1300 Greenwich Mean Time. For all that, it would be like European time essentially. So or your or English time. So that's kind of an interesting story there. So once again, hey, thanks for coming. Looks Vader Girls in the house. Thank you for showing up. I'm gonna get started here. So just let you know once again. Hello, everybody. Hello. Yeah, I'm very bad at introducing people in, but hey, Vern's in the house. Thanks for coming in, and Kate is in the house. She's a Raider girl. She's very nice. I see her in the chat all over the place. So thanks for coming. So once again, they gone. You can find me on the Twitters at they gone 238, and I was a sergeant in the military. I used to jump out of airplanes, and so and then also I served in the National Guard. And then on every Thursday you would do, or every long weekend would be on a Thursday, or normally you would do on a Friday, or just normal weekend. You do what's called a safety brief. This safety brief kind of reminds us of kind of doing good things out there and keep good things in our head. And why is that there, Netrack? Oh, I don't know. They're gone. It's because all of us little troopers. Why do you always have to do these safety briefs? Because all of us little troopers get in trouble all the time. Even you, Vita girl, 28, you get in trouble, I bet. And we all know Vern. He's been up to no good lately with all his San Diego cons and getting all this cool stuff. Yeah, well, hopefully he's been safe out there because you two need to be safe. So that's why they have to always do these safety briefings to remind us to do safe things. That's right, Nick Rat. Nick Rat, I understand Nick Rat is the gotten son of Grand Moff Tarkin because Nick Rat spelled backwards, forward is Tarkin. So he's ill-begotten son. Because after the Clone Wars, they didn't have to be clones anymore to be stormtroopers. So Nick Rat is Tarkin's son. So I bought him. He's mine, so I can do what I want with him. So we always do a safety brief because, like I said, I was a sergeant. So these kind of reminders in the head. So once again, if you're going to go swimming, make sure you're swimming with a buddy. If it's raining outside, don't stand under a tree because lightning might hit you. If you hear thunder or lightning, if you hear thunder and then if you see lightning and then you can count the seconds until you hear the thunder. That's how far away the lightning is. That's just kind of a quick trick. But if you are find yourself in a kind of lightning situation, get to the lowest ground possible. And once it begin, have a battle buddy with you. If you are going to go out there and have a good time, make sure you're having designated driver or you're using those taxi services or those wherever those are. Be safe out there. Always bring a battle buddy with you. It's always safe. Be safe. And if you're say if you are a designated driver, switch off with that person on the next time you guys go out. Everybody can have a good time and all that. But if you are that designated driver, make sure you're taking videos and pictures so everybody can remember. Remember, as a designated driver, you're to get everybody to point A to point B and maybe point C and back, and make sure everybody gets back again. Because that means you're not drinking anything, smoking anything, licking anything, or doing anything that's going to distract you from driving. You're driving. So let's just get everybody back safe. If you find yourself out in trouble, make sure that you got some. You call out for help. A telephone call. It doesn't cost too much. Just call out for help. Have your friends on speed dial and all that kind of stuff. If you get in such a situation where you don't know where you're at, make sure you have some money in your boot or your hat or something like that, so you can get back in your sock. So that way, maybe you can get to your situation, you have some extra money on you. And then if you see something out there, you don't always have to say something. But make eye contact with people. Make sure people are okay out there. A simple hello or how you're doing, or just hey, what's going on here? Don't have to get totally involved, but say something. Maybe you should get involved. Just be a light for people out there. Do what's in with your means. Because because there's a lot of darkness out there. And we got to be good people, so do good things out there. So what do you think of that, Nick? Right? Oh, well, that's pretty good, Dagon. So as normal, Dagon has some kind of theme he has. Yeah, this theme's been acceptance this week, radical acceptance. So as kind of I'm wrapping up Radical Acceptance Month in July. So we're just kind of, for you guys that are new out there, radical acceptance is the idea that you're gonna take things for what they were and what they are. So if I'm in a situation, for a quick example, a real easy example, if you're a kid or even as an adult, you want to get outside and do something, it's raining real hard outside, or it's way too hot to do anything, you have to radically accept that you have to do something. Either take the precautions, go outside, not be out very long, or put on the clothes you need to, or whatever, or you're gonna have to be stay out inside and do something else. That's radically accepting it. You don't dwell on not being able to do that thing, or that thing that happened, or that situation happened. For me, that has a lot to do with a lot of things that happened to me in the military, and I'm working on those things, and I have to radically accept that that's not me anymore, and whatever happened, and I can't find any stock into it no more. It's just what it is. And that's radical acceptance. And you have to understand, learn through this process, is radical acceptance is also understanding that you have to put it into action. So when I'm doing the things I'm doing, and something reminds me of something, or whatever the situation is, especially folks like me in car accidents or any kind of trauma, something might upset them, but you have to radically accept that, okay, that's going to upset me, but I can move forward from it, and I'm not going to let it hit me so hard. You have to have that continue action. If you notice me, that's why once I'll bring this back on Twitter. That's why I write a lot of poems, do a lot of pictures and stuff. It's because I'm radically accepting getting thoughts out of me rather than having it stuck in old rolling in the brain pan upstairs. So that's kind of radical acceptance. That's kind of my military thing. Like I said, I'm going into putting radical acceptance into action. So next month, I'm going into thinking about thoughtful minds, and being mindful of what I'm doing, and being mindful of the actions I'm taking, the choices I'm making. So I think, this, like I said, this is just general stuff here. I'm not an expert by no means, but it's just a way of thinking about things, and just kind of talking about stuff. So that's about me. I'm going to start sharing stuff. What's it? Kind of, I guess, this radical acceptance kind of bleeds into toy lines and superheroes and franchise and stuff. Sometimes franchises and all these things that you want, they might not go the way you want them to go, and that's okay. You have to radically accept that it just might not be something that you're into. But understand, once you buy something and once you invest in it, it's yours. You can do whatever you want to with it. This story about that might not make sense to you, so you might not even know about it. Or that story about this might not understand it. Or maybe you watched it and you didn't care for it. But it doesn't take away from what you like. It doesn't take away from what you know about it. It just adds a piece that someone else might like. It's like, for example, the G.I. Joe world. Some folks don't like Cobra Law at all, the 86 movie or 87 movie. And that's understandable. I get it. But some kids, that's when they came into G.I. Joe, or even this bleeds into like the neon figures and things of that nature. It makes sense. Some of the older guys don't like that neon space stuff. But for some people, that's when they came into G.I. Joe. Maybe that was their, Roadblock or Snake Eyes, or their, because sometimes those characters were able to get. So just think of it that way. Think about for Star Wars folks, you think about the new Star Wars, or even the shows and stuff. Maybe this is the first thing for somebody. Maybe they really like it, and maybe they dig it. Then just let them dig it. You can say your little smarmy comment, and then just let it go. Let them be happy with what they're happy with, and say something good with it. In the military, we always just do 3 good things and 3 bad things. So you would say three about a mission, like, hey, 3 good things that really happened with it, and then 3 things you can improve on, or maybe we should do better, or whatever. And then after that, you just leave it alone and you roll on, because there's life is more than that. So that's kind of my spiel, and then we're gonna go into sharing stuff. I'm gonna take a drink of water. So what do you think, Nick Rack? How would you sum all that up? Well, so I've been struggling with the Jedi stealing my speeder biker at the Battle of Endor. Understand that that was my speeder biker. Speeder bike. It was my favorite one. It was your favorite one? Yeah. It got a new paint job and everything. Just got it all paid off. Oh, that's sad. The Empire makes you buy your own speeder bikes. Oh, this one I bought personally. I call it Betsy. My speeder bike. But yeah, and they stole it, huh? And how do you think radical acceptance can get you past that? Well, I have to really accept that those Jedi and those Skywalkers took it, and then they defeated us on Endor. But that's okay, because then the No, then the Death Star got destroyed. But that's okay. Those things happen. I'm still alive. I'm still breathing. And we can just keep moving forward with life. That's true. You can't keep moving forward with life. And you have to put that random exceptions into action. Isn't that right? Oh, that's true. You have to, what you decide is like, hey, when I see Luke and Leia, I don't think steal my speedbacker every time because that's not what they're always all about. We're not always about the things we do sometimes. Oh, that's true. That's true. We're not always about the things we do. All right. Well, thanks, Nick Rat, for your input. So that's Nick Rat, everybody, for you. If anybody in the chat, if Vader Girl or Hey Vern wants to have a question for Nick Rat, let me know. I'm going to get a drink of water here, and then we're going to go into the sharing stuff. I got a military thing I'm sharing, and then I'm kind of sharing some stuff, just kind of a general collection of some Star Wars stuff I got. And then I'll probably wrap it up from there. And then any questions at the end, and we'll go from there. We're about 10 minutes in, so we're about 4:09 for the replay guys. And so once again, I do a safety brief, I do a theme, and I talk to Nick Racker. Oh yeah, me Nick Racker. and then I go into sharing stuff. So once again, green drink water. If your chat has any questions, problems, concerns, always shoot them out there. So. Yeah, I know everybody comes to a chat to watch an old man drink water, but hey, if that's what you like on the replay, that's what you like on the replay. So one of the military things I'm going to share this week is my old beret. I think I've shared this before, but this kind of wraps up because last week I shared a whole a brand new, not brand new, but TNT parachute I used to jump out of. So this is my red beret. I remember some of you guys were talking about Beachhead and how he came with an extra red beret. Well, that was really cool to me because the red beret is very special to me personally. Because I earned this. I wasn't just a jump school guy, what we call five jump. Just went to jump school and then never jumped again. After I went to jump school, I stayed with the unit that jumped, and I was with that unit for 4 years, and I jumped every chance I could with them, and I loved it. So I earned that red beret. The unit I was in. Because once again, I was airborne. Everybody in that unit, all the support guys, everybody all the way down to the clerks would wear red beret, but some guys had wings and some guys didn't. I earned my wings once again going by airborne school and still continuing to jump. And so I kind of earn the red beret. Not that those guys don't, because they're still in the unit, still doing hard work, but it just feels different for me. And once again, I was part of a special forces unit. I was not a special forces guy. I wasn't a team guy. I would never complain to be a team guy. I was just a cook in the unit and jumped out of airplanes and served with those guys. And that was the unit. That's the unit crest there. That's the special forces unit crest. Libero de Oppresso. That's their motto, means liberators of the oppressed. Once again, I was not a special forces guy. I wasn't a Green Beret. If I was a Green Beret, this would be a Green Beret with the same symbol with first group. That's what. So we got the unit crest, and then we got the unit flash. That's this part around here. Ours is yellow and black. The yellow is for because we were we're group one. We were first group, and the black is for the death of Kennedy because JFK reinstated special forces after World War II. So that's the unit I was in. Once again, I wasn't Green Beret or team guy like that. I was just a support cook guy, and the unit jumped out of airplanes and did my duty with them. So that's why I said if you do guys see that Beachhead with the extra berets and you don't want that extra red beret, throw it my way. I'll take it because the red berets and airborne stuff, that's why it's so important to me because I lived that life. It wasn't the 82nd guys, the gun ho like super duper airborne like that, but it was still airborne to me. I was an airborne trooper with a kick-ass unit. So hey, Lobot's in the house. Thank you for coming, Lobot. You kind of missed so I'll kind of not rehash the whole show, but once again, I do a safety brief in the beginning, do a simple thing, and then I do kind of consumptions, sharing some stuff. I just got done sharing my my red beret that I would wear on a daily basis, and talk about the unit crest and the flash and what the significance of those things are. So that's kind of military sharing this week. Then I'll go into, like I said, I've been hip hopping on the Star Wars so much. I think a lot of it has to do with Hasbro just not making that paratrooper. I mean, God bless anybody who's getting the stuff they're getting or whatever, and that's cool. But I just, until they make a paratrooper, I ain't getting. It's gonna kill me not getting that dusty. I don't know. Hey Vern, did you see? I know how Vern on his San Diego trip got a whole bunch of shots of a lot of new production coming out. I'm not sure if I saw Dusty on one of those pictures. Hey Vern, I'll have to post it up to me. But Hey Vern's a great guy. He has his own YouTube channel, and it's awesome. Lobot's a great guy. He doesn't have a YouTube channel, but he's a great guy. He always hangs out in channels, and he's a great person to talk to. Another, like I said, my YouTube is just meeting people and talking and having a good time. So I'm gonna drink water here, and then we're there. You go. What do you think, Nick Rack? What do you think about being a special unit? How was that? Oh, being a special unit was great. We could kind of do what you wanted to because we were grown ups. That's why I miss that speederbacker so much. You can zoom all over the place on that son of a gun. Oh, that's awesome. So once again, if any in the chat has any problems, questions, concerns, just kind of throw them in the chat. Once again, you can always hook me up on Dagon238 on the Twitters. If you guys have questions, you can DM me about things. I'm always interested in new projects for stuff and people doing cool stuff like Hey Vern, and then obviously Salacious Rum and all those great people. Cobra Convergence is finishing up this month. Make sure you're hitting up on Hey Ronnie. He's from India. He does a lot of fun school stuff. He put on a new show this week. I can't say his name. Shonubu to you. He has a great channel. I retweeted him out. I talked to him a little bit too. He's a great guy. He did a crossover with a great comic guy too. So like, if you're looking for like a lot of G.I. Joe, a lot of big hitters for G.I. Joe, hook up Hooded Cobra Commander 78 Hooded Cobra Commander HCC 788.com, and you'll see the whole list of Cobra Convergence for this month of all the big G.I. Joe Twitter pokes, not just Twitter pokes, but artists and YouTubers and people that just kind of do good stuff. A lot of big hitters that come out in July. So if you really want to see like a bam of tons of the G.I. Joe community, I believe that's on out there, that's the place to go. A lot of great people, like I said, Joe Berg's on there. If you guys know Joe Berg at all, I know a lot of you guys that I've been talking to lately are like Star Wars guys, and like if you are G.I. Joe guys, that's great. I just don't associate you guys with them because I'm so used to those guys being my G.I. Joe go-tos. It's kind of funny because we have to, as people, we associate people with things, and it's kind of interesting. And then there's nothing wrong with that. It's how we get to know people, and we can only know so many people, so you kind of remember people like, oh yeah, that's the things that they're into, and that's the things that they do, and that's the things they talk about and how they feel. It's really cool. And I mean, that's, to me, it's not about plastic toys. It's about the connection people get with it, because you got the adrenaline hit, not of the nostalgia, but then you got the hit of cool people. So just kind of throw that out there. So yeah. What do we think of? Oh, Spinter. Oh, Spinter. Yeah, I saw some of those pictures of it from Vern. It looks pretty hot. I don't know though. I would like the more of an old school fangs coming out of the headdress. The fangs don't. Maybe I missed it, but like actually having them, I know this kind of sounds silly, but having the whole like hood. I don't have a Serpentor. I probably never will because it costs her too much. But but having the fangs come out would be really cool. Yeah, you think it could be a bit bigger. Yeah, I agree with you, Vern. That's what I'm. I mean, it looks great. Don't get me wrong, but it's like I guess I'm used to like watching the cartoons and seeing the snakes come alive and all that craziness. I mean, I'm sorry, but that's another thing too. I think that might be another schism in GI Joe is Serpentor. I love it. Dude, I love Serpentor so much. I love the idea, his storyline with the DNA and with all those history people. Because I was a history kid. When I was a kid, one of my first books I was reading were like history books on Civil War, like actual like Civil War. Hey, this was what this battle was like. They fought in these kind of woods. These are the cross sections of this. This is the result of that battle, and then on to the next battle during this time period was all. I mean, just that kind of stuff. I just had gotten engrossed in it because Civil War was just so. It was so American. It was so on both sides of it. Obviously I'm not going to get political, but on I remember being so. Obviously I still am, but I'm so pro union. I'm sorry, I'm just so pro union. Give me, give me Grant and Sherman any day. I understand what the South is. I'm not saying I'm not going to disrespect Green. I'm not going to get political, but whatever. But give me the Union. I'm sorry, I crush you. I crush you. I mean, yeah, I'm sorry, but that's neither here nor there. So, like I said, we'll switch over to more Star Wars stuff. Like say, we'll kind of go from there. Oh, do you have a? Oh, do you have you little boy? I have three and 3 3/4 Serpentor. Oh, with a cape, nice. You got the whole thing, huh? Nice. It's a good figure. I mean, I know a guy, Boyle and Pot. When I first met him, he's a great custom maker. You'll see him on Twitter every once. He's really big into Super 7. He's a great guy. He used to do more molds and stuff, and rather now he's doing plastics. But before he would just do a lot of repaints. I know Serpentor is not his favorite, but he did such a good Serpentor redoer. Oh my god, Boiling Pot! If you see him on Twitter, Boiling Pot, it's just at Boiling Pot on Twitter. Oh my god, I just woo his he's not customs. It'd be restorations like some of the restorations that kind of like Vern can show you, or some of the other guys out there. Cobra Lang does a good job in restorations and stop motion and stuff like that for G.I. Joe and stuff like that. I've seen a lot of other people's customs. It's just great. I mean, the custom community, that's what it's all about. I mean, it's crazy. That's what's so hard for me to keep up with all this stuff, because there's so many great people doing great things. Like, oh, my brain pops. 200 people. Anyway, but I'm getting to Sharon. We're already 20 minutes in. I still got to cook dinner tonight and do some other things. Remember, kids, a happy wife is a happy life. You get your stuff done out there. Once again, part of acceptance is just accepting. You got to do stuff. You got to get going. You got to get busy. You got to get action. You know, action is better than any kind of reaction. I've always been pro action. Let's go. So, you have to carry that back with you. So that's kind of something I would kind of say. So I'm going to share something right here by about 10 minutes, and then we'll do some question and answer and stuff, see who else shows up, and we'll go from there. Like I said, thank you everybody in the chat for showing up so far. Vader Girl, Kate showing up, and then, of course, hey, Vern showing up, and Lobot. Heavy Header's good. Thank you it's always great to see you guys. It's crazy. I feel bad because I was in and out of people's streams today, not because I was bored or didn't want to listen to them. I just had chores to do, and I was like, I can't interact. If I listen, I want to interact. I love interacting with people, even if I'm just chatting away. And I call it spamming in the chat. It's just when I'm just typing. It's just I'm just free flowing my mind, thinking about crazy things. So you have to excuse me for that. But if it's too much in your guys' chat, if I remember doing live, just tell me. Say, hey, they gone, you need to slow down. You're typing too fast, whatever. I when there's a lot of people in the chat, I won't chat too much. Like if someone's doing a chat that has like over 250 people or even more than 100, I can't. It's too many people. I'm just, oh no. Anyhow, I get too nervous. Anyhow, Black start some shares. So this is something I really enjoy collecting. These are the Star Wars like ships, the starships. One of the first ones I got was one of the Empire Star Destroyers. I love these little models. There's so much detail on them, and they're so fun. It's just little models. If I could do models, I would. I just don't have the patience to there's a little bolt there that's kind of cheesy, but it's okay. But I don't have the patience to do models, and so I think I would love it, but I just don't have the patience for it, and I just don't. I can't slow down. But I love these little models, these little ship models. I talk about these all the time. You can always pick them up, especially at this local place called Fred Meyer. You can always pick them up for about $5 on sale. They're about $7 not on sale, but it's not bad. But there's just little cool little models. This is like I said. This is a Star Destroyer. If you guys in the chat collect these, which ones do you guys have? That's the first one I got. I won't have two of them out of the box because, but you should take your stuff out of the box and play with it. But I love them. I like them. I like them in the box too. And then I also, of course, I got a TIE Fighter too. TIE Fighter. I love little TIE Fighters. Yeah, the light's not the greatest here. Maybe I'll focus a little bit better on it for you guys. The light's not the great. I should do. People always tell me I should do better light, but anyway, I don't like to blind me. But this is a little TIE Fighter. I love these little models. They're so intricate. Just a normal TIE Fighter. I always thought the wings would. I understand they were supposed to be like were they supposed to be like solar, or that's where they get their energy, or not? Or am I just crazy? Yeah. So this is really cool. I love them. And these are like a little TIE Fighter. I'm gonna show these off real quick, and then I'll get caught in chat. I'm sorry if I'm behind. I try to stay within 30 minutes because I got dinner to cook. Remember, kids, happy wife is happy life. So another ones I got, I'll show off this one. This is one. Most of these I get in stores. I'll show you all the ones I get in stores I personally picked up in the store, just finding them. Another great one. I don't know if I show this one off already, but it's this little droid ship from It's a little droid ship from episode 3. When we're attacking Count Dooku's ship and Grievous's ships and stuff. It's a little droid ship. It's really cool. It's kind of cool. I'm a big prequel nut. I like the prequels. I know some people don't like them, but you have to understand, like prequels. I was in high school when the prequels came out. Like I was like 8th grade and graduating, and I saw the first prequel. I saw the first one in theaters. The second one I saw in theaters, and the third one I saw when I was deployed in Afghanistan. I love them. I mean, I get it. Some of them, some people don't like them, but I just like them, especially the second one. That was the one that gets the most hate. I know, like, yeah, you can fast forward the Anakin kind of part sometimes, but there's a lot of cool action in that one. You know, a lot of cool stuff happens and a lot of stuff unfolds. It's really cool. But it's, like I said, here's a little droid ship. I mean, like I said, I need to check out Clone Wars, the cartoon. It's supposed to be pretty good, but I've never watched it. I should though. But like I said, I love these little ship things. They're really cool. You know, I need to. I love it. I should take them out of the box, but I don't. That's one got. And then this was one of the faves that I picked up. It was the of course, the speeder biker guy. This is a really cool one. You know, obviously I picked up. I like the speeder bike. It's just a cool little vehicle. You know, it's probably like I always like the smalls when it comes to GI Joes too, and a lot of the toys. When I was a kid, I didn't have a lot, and so I remember always loving the small toys because it was not like I could convince my parents to get it, but I knew I had a chance. Oh, I had a chance. Oh, it's only $2. It's only $3. Like maybe I can get that GI Joe. It's on sale this week or something like that. It's kind of funny. That's why I collect a lot of plastic army guys. You know, I guess that's how the miniature figures do it. You know, guys who like miniatures and D&D, all that stuff. I get that. They're really cool. Sometimes I always want to get those just for the figures. Look really, the figures themselves look cool. Excuse me, I can speak English. Anyway, so hey Chris, thanks for showing up. It's nice to see everybody showing up once again in the chat. It's funny. I have to tilt sorry to move everybody. Hopefully, everybody's not getting motion sickness, but I have to move everybody so I can read the chat a bit better. As you can tell, I'm going to get to be an old man with my eyes. So, anyhow, there's that. And then one of the latest ones I picked up too. And then so I have the latest one. So we're coming down to the latest one I picked up, and then of course the one I've actually bought on eBay. Once again, these are all the ones I've shown you so far. All ones I just picked up, just seeing them. You just gotta be choosy. You can't just go out and buy the ones you always that you want just because it's there. I'm not a completionist. I'm a hey, I collect what I like. Does that make sense? If it's something I know I'm gonna kick myself for not getting. Like I missed getting out on little ATs of these because they're really cool. But that's fine. It is what it is. But I'll find it on a second hand somewhere. But you just kind of pick up what you like. You don't have to be a completist and worth anything. Just pick up what you can afford. Find those deals out there, or be patient and save up. There's nothing wrong with that. So anyway, so this is a transport ship once again from the episode 2 of the Clone Wars. I love it's really cool. It's the red one. It's really cool. I should take it out. Like I said, the detail on these are so cool. And of course, on the back, it kind of shows you all the ships of that year. Like this is going to be like you can get Goku with this Goku on like Goku on for this year, or is it and other ships and stuff. But this it's really cool. I like these. Does anybody else in the chat collect these or like these? I know Low was saying he has a Serpentor and stuff. That's really cool. Yeah, late 2020, I got a support for a little bit. Yeah, thanks. Anyway. Oh, that's right. Oh, is it 1 there? Oh my gosh, thanks, Lobot. Oh my gosh, is 1 o'clock there? That's crazy. Or it's 12:20 there. That's crazy. It's late. Well, thanks for showing up. I apologize. That's why I try to make it at 4 because I figure the East people can get here by 7. The West Coast people can show up late. Yeah, we show stylishly late. West Coast is the best coast. And then I'm sorry about your European people or whatever that live in Europe and the other time zones. It just has to be. It has to be. Like I said, I was catching a rum screen at like 7:30 in the morning. I'm like, dude, I can't be here the whole time. I got chores to do. I'm sorry. I got to water my garden. But it's great though. You always can catch the replay. That's the thing about the international. That's why I was when we talk about international heroes. I'll drop some names here like Cujo and the G.I. Joe Berg boys and Cobra Lang from Canada and all these guys. They had 2 guys from Germany with them. It was international. They did all these clips. You guys really should check out their Cobra conversions video. Just look up G.I. Joe Berg on YouTube and check it out. You want to see if you guys like play motion kind of stuff, that's where it's at. I mean, I know. Hey, Vern does a lot of play motion too, and it's great. He does a lot of stop motion, but they were doing like play motion. They were sending clips of the show to different places, and people were finishing them like parts of the show. It was really cool, and they do this long drawn out stuff. Like I said, I'm not not discouraging anybody else that does anything really cool. Like if you know anybody else that does anything cool, just shout it out in the chat or hook me up with him. But it's really cool people doing real cool things out there. That's what I gotta say about that. I'm gonna get some water. Like, also, Friday night show. I know. What's on Joe Mind's coming up. They'll have a good review show of all the stuff. Hey Vern and Three Monkeys, 3 Minute and Monkey Lizard. You guys are show Saturday, correct? Vern Saturday, Sunday, I believe. So always hook them up. That's like, if you know cool people, be local. Support the people and you talk to. You know what I'm saying? Like I talked to Slash Rum and all those guys and the guys that they're kind of around there. Like Geek Strong and all those are great people. I said. There's great people out there. Support them. Like most of the people I like retweet or are people I talk with. People who are willing to say hi to me or whatever and have a good conversation. Good people doing good things. That's all. That's what it's all about. Sharing, having a good time. All right, so we'll kind of finish this up here. So the latest, I'll do the last one last. The latest one I got today, I got this one just yesterday. This is the Obi-Wan Kenobi ship from the episode 3. So this is a red ship, and one is R2 red one. You can see here. This is like the one he would. It would be cool if I know. I wonder if anybody knows. Thanks, hey Vern, thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Thanks for showing up. Always a pleasure, man. Everybody, anybody in the chat that shows up is a pleasure. Like Chris has showed up, Lobot showed up. Vader Girl showed up. That's great. Kate showed up. That's great people showing up. Thanks for showing up. Hey, like said, make sure you tweet out your stuff to me. Remind me when your stuff is. I always people remember. You can always do a notification stuff. If you see some of the stuff coming up and you see it, just notify. It'll blink up to you on a notification. It's always cool because sometimes you might not be able to stay there the whole time, but you can check in and say, hey, what's up? It's awesome you're there, just to show people the support that way. So anyway, thanks for showing up. Anyway, so like I said, this is Obi-Wan's little ship here. It's really cool. Like I said, yeah, I can pick these up for like $5. I picked this one up for $5. It was $4.99 because it was on sale. And I was patient with it. There's some of these I probably won't find. I could have got the Luke one or this one this time, but I just didn't. I wanted this one, and this is the one I went with. So you have to pick and choose what you want. So, like I said, with that said, on the aftermarket, I bought this for less than $15. But this is the Hot Wheels Starships Y-wing. If you know anything about me, and I don't know in chat, what's your guys' favorite Star Wars ship? Mine happens to be the Y-wings. I know people like TIE fighters, and I know people like the X-wings and the bombers, the D-wings or B-wings or whatever. But mine has always been the Y-wings. I love them. They remind me of A-10s, A-10 aircraft, real aircraft, A-10 Thunderbolts or Warthogs or whatever. But anyway, I always like the Y-wings, my favorite. So I picked this up for, I think it was less than $15. It was on the aftermarket, so I'm going to pay a little bit more, obviously, because I'm picking and choosing. But yeah, but Y-wing, I'm gaga on Y-wing stuff. So he's, like I said, I'm not probably going to take this one out, but I love it. It's really cool. Like I said, really good. These are really good little detail, and you pick these up real cheap. Like I said, I'm not completist. I just kind of pick up what I like. Yeah, but thanks, Lobot. Which one's your favorite? What do you like, Lobot? What's your favorite ship? I mean, everybody has it. You can be the Millennium Falcon if you want to. I mean, who cares? It's just ships as ships. I don't like the new Mandalorian ship, to be honest with you. It reminds me of a Starship Shuttle, which isn't wrong with Starship Shuttles, don't get me wrong. But it looks like a Starship Shuttle that they put wings on. And it looks like the Spaceballs shuttle. Oh, you like the speeder bikes too? Yeah. Well, that's I don't count as a ship, but all right, I'll let it slide. I'll let that slide as a ship. I like the speeder bike. I do love the speeder bikes. Dude, the speeder bikes are badass. What did you think about what they did? What did you think about they did the speeder bikes and the little scooter bikes, little Vespas? They remind me of little speeder Vespas and the Mandalorian. And what they did, you have to, you know what? If you like Mandalorian, you like that. That's cool. I just kind of make me laugh a little bit, but it is what it is. It's Star Wars, baby. You just gotta let it go. Anyway, but I said that's one of my favorite ones that I've picked up ever. Let me see here. I gotta get under my thing here because I dropped something real quick. So just talk to Nick Rock there. He'll make some conversation. Hey there, guys. So Vagon's share is about all done. So if you guys have any questions, make sure you put it in the chat. He's always want to know if you guys have any questions about anything. Always answer them too. Anyhow, one of the kind of things I picked up, I'm having a lot of fun with, and it was really cheap. Oh no, where did I put the rest of it? Oh, there it is. It was this little? This reminds me of those little play people, like. But it was really cool. It's this little tiny guy, little speeder biker guy. So I picked up this. Oh, obviously I picked it up this year. Well, not this year, but this July. So kind of a wrap up of July kind of thing. I picked up this little speeder biker guy. I love him. He's just this little guy. Obviously, he's a speeder biker from Mandalorian because he has a little satchel. That's really cool. And he came with a little gun too, little speeder biker. Oh, I love him. He's so cute. There, God. I know. I love these little speeder biker. I've taken pictures in my little pond garden. It looks really cool there. It even looks like it's really cool. It came with a sidecar and stuff like that, but I don't really use the sidecar because whatever. That's a little speeder biker. So that's really cool. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I said that like the speeder bikers to me, it's just the hoods. That they look menacing, but obviously if you have a stormtrooper that looks menacing, that's obviously. But this has more of a hawk look to it, like I'm gonna or an owl or something like his hooded thing. So they're supposed to be like these scouts. I always call them speeder bikers, but they're really scouts. So I don't know. I'm lazy. So anyway, another kind of thing I got, like I said, these are some real bargain things I got in July. These are my best bargains, I think. I got a Mole Man at Walmart. My great friend Joe Motion 82 is a great guy. His name's Byron. He's on YouTube and Twitter. Look him up. He's a really good guy. You should check him out. But he reviews this stuff, and he has a great vampire guy he does. Is pretty funny. But he did a whole review on this guy. I got him obviously on clearance for $4 because I mean. There's Mole Man. There is a mystery, if you guys are into Mystery Science Theater like I am, there's Mystery Science Theater with Mike. That they do the Attack of the Mole People, and that's where this is from. So you can see the back. It's really cool. Except I picked it up at Walmart for $4. It was really cheap. Actually, they did have a. I think they did have a. I'm gonna slow down here. Invisible Man I want to pick up, but I didn't see it again. I should have picked it up for $10 when I saw it, but I just didn't because whatever. So. Oh, thank you, Salacious Rum, for showing up. The Salacious Rum is a great guy. I just saw you. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. You missed this. Oh, you missed the safety briefing, you naughty boy. That's the beginning part of the show. Just to kind of rehash it, do a safety briefing kind of theme, and I go into sharing stuff, and then I go into sharing toys. I just got done sharing. I always talk about these in the chat, so if you guys don't really know what I'm talking about, I talk about these Starship little Hot Wheel models that here. Have you ever seen these? This is one of my favorite ones. This is a Y-wing, and so I love these little models because you can pick them up for less than $5, and things of that nature. So. Oh, it's okay. Hey, you're all right. You're all right to be late. Hey, it's late there. It's past. It's already Friday there. It's not even Thursday. You're having your Thursday briefing on Friday. That's how it is. Understand? When I was in the military, we would all go off a UK time because it was a Greenwich Mean Time, and we would call it Zulu time. So let's say if we were having an operation, even though it was 4 o'clock on the West Coast, like now, it would be. We would call it one. What is it? It'd be like one. It'd be 12:30 there, 12:37 there. Does that make sense? And then in Afghanistan, even though it was like the next day, it would still be Thursday. So we would be doing missions like in the future. It was crazy. Like you have to understand in the West Coast where everything's in the past. So it's really awesome. Yeah, you love the Hot Wheels. Do you have any? What's your favorite one? Yeah, shout it out. I love them too. Like I said, that Y-wing is my favorite because ship-wise is my favorite. But I also obviously got my little speeder bike for my little speeder bike Nick Rack. Yay, speeder bikes! We love them speeder bikes. So I love them. Of course, you take them out of the package, so you should. I'm just lazy, but I got I'll show them again. A Death Star destroyer. They're so intricate. It's like little models. I just have the patience for models. See, this is the next best thing. So yeah. But thanks for coming. Yeah, Zulu time. I know it too. Oh, you know it well. I forget, Lobot. Yeah, you said I remember talking to you before. You were in the service too. It's just yeah. It like I said, that's what the big. Like I said, if you missed the beginning part of the show, I'm 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 dealing with radical acceptance with some of my military stuff and my military, and that's fine. We all do. We got to go. We got. It is what it is. Life moves on. But I just kind of that's the kind of first part of the show for me. And so if you get something out of that, great. If you don't, that's great too. We just gotta we all did what we could do. You know, whatever happened is what happened, and we did what we could do, and we're just it's good to be here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for holding on. You know. So anyway, I'll not to get so rough, but we're about done showing here. Like I said, I want to do my coup de grace, my best July bargain, if you so to say, because July is over. And I know I've shown this one a lot, but I'm going to show it again because come on, I got a Captain America shield, one quarter size Captain America shield, marked down from 39.98 all $19 all the way down to $9.50. Yeah, I know I'm showing again. Anyway, but Nick Rat here. What do you think about that? That's a heck of a deal there, Gone. You weeded them out. Is that how we wait? That's how you win? Yep, that's how you win. Yeah, see, the Ewoks think they won, but some of us escaped and we weeded them out. Our revenge will be sweet. Oh, hey there, hey, Nick Rat. That's not acceptance. That's not acceptance whatsoever. Oh, it's not? Well, I can accept that we got defeated. But then they accept my revenge will be sweet. Hey, Nick Rack. No, it's not. No. Yeah, the military. And anybody who served, it's just not. I want to say this, and I mean this with all honesty. It don't matter what you do in life. I mean, as long as you serve somebody else, and people who were in regular service too, and all those people, even those people who live normal lives, as long as they try to make a difference in someone else's life. All those people, they think they're just normal folks. No, you're not just a normal folk. You can make a difference in someone else's life just by being a pal, bringing some light to them. It's like I always tell my wife, I'm going to wrap this up early. We're around 41 minutes. My boy's getting hungry, I bet. But no, let me wrap this up. But like I always say, you need to be light for folks out there because you don't know what they're going through. My wife always asks me why I always wave hi to everybody. Because I do. I wave hi to anybody I see. Is because I don't know what kind of day that person's having. That person can have the worst day of their life, and just having that someone contact with them, it made them feel better. That's what I'm talking about. Was it for Bragg? Did you eat for Bragg? Almost, yeah. Oh, you say that, Lobot, but my dining facility, Lobot, one of the best small garrison dining facility in all the Army the year I was there, because we won what's called a Connolly Award. Look it up. Connolly Food Service Award. We were the best small dining facility. 2000. I think my years are all messed up now, but 2000, I think 2007, 2008 ish time period. We won it. It was really awesome. Anyhow, I did actually get an award once for cooking really good omelets because we were on a training exercise, and I was just everybody appreciated them. The thing with omelets is that you have to be patient. This is just with most things in life. You gotta be patient, and you just gotta let that egg set, and then you gotta let that cheese melt, and then you gotta let that meat warm up, and then you let it go. You put it all, then you wrap it all together, let it set, and then once it's set, let it set some more. Let it build up. Let it, get some meat in it with you. Anyhow, that's just me. I can go on forever. I'm gonna make somebody hungry. Or will you? That's funny. Station Shrimp, you're a good guy. You might have had a trouble past, but hey, all trouble past come to an end, and we can accept it and just keep moving on. Yeah. Anyhow, but that's it. I'm gonna end it up here as a real short stream. Like I said, this was my coup de grace win for July. Oh well, one more last thing I got in July, just for GI Joe purposes. I have our equipment up there, but I did get a Jinx. I've been looking out for a Jinx for a long time. She's from the 1987 GI Joe movie, and it's Jinx. Oh yeah, so you got another female character. You can tell it's a female character too because her waist is a little bit daintier than other GI Joe characters. And then of course she has she has all the right assets. And so, if you understand what I mean, all the right assets in the right places. And so, Jinx is a great character. I do want to match her up with some other red GI Joes I have, and create the red Jacks or something like that. We can connect that they're calling cards like the Jack of Hearts. Be kind of cool. Anyway, but that's Jinx. That's the kind of GI Joe related. So, like I said, thanks for everybody showing up. I'm wrapping this Son of a Gun on. We've been going on about 45 minutes. I came in a little bit early, so I came in a little very hot. So, let's say if you guys have any problems, questions, concerns, shout me out in the chat. Thanks for everybody. Constellation Realm, Lobot. Hey, Vern was here earlier. That Star Girl Chris was here. Of course, Lobot was here, and then Salacious Realm and all the other folks who showed up. Yeah, I really appreciate you. I really appreciate y'all. Showing up is really good. Let's say, as always, be safe out there. If you can't be safe, keep careful, because we can't always be safe, and be a light for people out there. Come back. Make sure you come back. You need to come back to us. Keep in touch with folks. Be good people. Bring that light. So once again, stay safe. If you can, keep careful. And we'll see you on the flip side and see you on that timeline. All right, take it easy. Bye.